So welcome. We're doing a Zoom right now with the Discord group for the COVID ID project, and we're setting it up right now. And you can see we have Emmanuel, who's going to wave, and me, Lynn. And then in the lower left, we have Jake, wave, and Jamie. Give us wave. Yeah, great. And so they are the team that is setting this up, and Emmanuel's going to screen share, and he's showing us right now the COVID ID channel you'll be server that you're going to be invited to, and he's going to talk a little bit about the organization right now, and then we're going to have Jake and Jamie do some demos.
Alrighty. So if you look here on the left, we have two main categories of channels, which is pretty common to Discord. We have our text channels and our voice channels. So we decided to divide this up based on the groups that we've already kind of made for the project. So you see we have dedicated text channels and voice channels for the IR Fever group, for the mask group, the crowd, detection, infrastructure, people distance, right, the various subgroups that we've made. So because I'm an IR Fever, you know, I can come and say something, let's say, hello IR Fever users. And what you can do is by default, these notifications will be sent out to everyone. But if you, let's say I don't want to have notifications for the crowd group, you know, I can mute this particular channel so that, you know, I'll still see if someone says something in that channel on the left, but it's not going to send a notification to my phone or to my desktop. And the voice channels will work in a somewhat similar fashion in that we're going to have them subdivided again by these main groups. So if we want to work and, you know, we don't want to use Zoom, we can work here on these voice channels. So right now I can join IR Fever, and now I can from here communicate with Lynne.
You need to come back in, Jake. I think Jake, we had to drop out with an internet thing. I'm going to try to chat. I'm going to pause the video. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's the basics. So if you join, when Lynne sends an email, she's going to send out a link to everyone for this Discord channel, and you should be able to click on that link, and that'll give you access to the channel. I think by default you will just be considered part of the everyone group, but you'll be moved into either the member group or the co-host group. There might be further roles developed. We might add more, but for now we have members, co-hosts, and right now Professor Lynne is the owner, so she's the only one with main administrative privileges. But when you do log in, you should be able to immediately hop in and see the histories for all these text channels and mute the ones that you aren't interested in, and make sure you have notifications turned on for the groups that you are a part of. And further communication can be done in those channels.
Yeah, and right now we have 4 co-hosts, or 3 other co-hosts. So Emmanuel, Jamie, and Jake all can serve as I guess some assistance in the beginning to get you started if you have problems and I'm not able to help you, like I'm not on live or something. You could shoot them an email, or if they're on, you might try chatting with them just to get used to it. I'm kind of offering them up. So Jake is going to now talk and give us a demonstration. And why don't you share your desktop, Jake? And I'm going to go ahead and watch you all as he demonstrates the text.
These are the text channels in the Discord, and there are different channels you can join and text in whenever you want, with different titles for each one.
So can you demo like in the IR Fever one?
Yeah. It's just a normal chat. Mm-hmm.
And so some of the things you can do, can you include images and things like that?
Mm-hmm. You can add pictures, send links to different websites and stuff like that.
So do you ever make different members like we talked about, make just texting people? So I could say, I just want to text a subgroup of people and stuff like that. Do you do that, or do you just use it mostly within
Yeah.
the channel?
You can just text someone like I can do, and you'll get a notification that I'm texting you, like hi or something, and you'll see that just like you will see that or something. And then if I want to contact everyone can see it, everyone in the server or everyone under the role of co-host or members. I can just contact them.
Okay. Okay. Great. And so Jamie, I'm going to have you share your desktop, and so I'll ask Jake to stop. And talk a little bit about video. Now, the problem we're going to have right now is that we're all doing Zoom at the same time. So I'm not sure if this will work, but if you could just talk a little bit about your experience using it.
Sure. So you just head over to the voice channels over here, and you would just join any one, and then you can go ahead and screen share, go live, and now Emmanuel should be able to see my screen.
Okay. And Jake, can you join the general voice with them? And I'm gonna attempt to do the same thing. And okay. All right. And so there's a reverb. Okay. How do I leave? I'm muted.
You would just leave the voice chat or the voice channel if you want to stop looking at my screen, basically.
So I noticed there's like a little live thing. Is that how I join a stream to see, for example, your
Yeah, so you would just hover over my name and you just click on the little screen that pops up to the right.
Okay.
So I can go over to Emmanuel's and I can just join stream on his.
Okay, so
and now I'm looking at what Emmanuel is looking at.
Okay, so Jake, can you do a live, and then can you switch Jamie to Jake's live stream? So you can actually go back and forth between what people are doing.
Yeah.
Now, someone told me that you can do a split screen. Oh, is this it?
Yeah, this is it. So I can look at everyone who's streaming at the current moment. So this is Jake, this is Emmanuel.
Oh, okay. How do I can just say screen, share your screen. Okay, so show everyone. Is mine live now? It might not work because I'm doing Zoom. I don't know. It doesn't seem to want to share the screen right now. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, we're getting this picture-in-picture because
everyone's watching each other.
Yeah, that's right. All right, good. Okay, so that's the basic idea behind it. And can anyone, you can have either an app, right? Or Jake, can you share your screen and show us what the app looks like? You're on a Mac, right? Can just share your entire in Zoom. Mm-hmm.
I'm in a web browser, not the app.
Can you show, so what is the difference in the interface? Is it pretty much the same? Can you show, oh, you don't have an app. I
don't have it on my Mac.
It's the same though.
It's the same interface?
It's the same interface.
Okay. All right. Any other tips you want to offer everyone using it?
It's pretty self-explanatory, honestly. A lot of it will intuitively come as you start using it. I think one thing that people don't immediately know is how to join other channels. And it's just as simple as clicking on general or clicking on IR Fever in the voice channels, and that'll bounce you back and forth between them if you want to join a different one. And then you can disconnect there if you want to leave that one. Sometimes people who don't use Discord, there's no plus sign or there's no join button. So if you just click on it, you'll join.
How do you disconnect again?
So you see the demonstration here? Yeah, there's a little disconnect button that you can click on. Yeah.
And I asked this before, and I think the answer is you guys didn't know. The notifications that you get when people are chatting, those only appear inside the app. So you have to open the app to see what's going on.
If you have notifications on your phone enabled, it'll appear.
Okay, so
like
that's the last thing. How does that work?
So that'll depend on if you're on iOS or Android or.
So you have to have the app installed.
Yes.
And then B, there's some kind of a settings within the app.
Yeah,
and turns on notifications.
Right.
But there's no way.
It'll be on by default.
And there's no way within the account to say send SMS messages. You have to install it. You have to install the app on your actual device that you're going to receive the messages on.
Yeah.
Okay. And because the other question we had talked about was, can you have these notifications or also done in email, not just text notifications? And I think the answer was you guys didn't think that was an option that you knew of.
Probably a way to do it with a webhook.
With a webhook, there might be.
There might be, yeah.
Okay, but typically when you're doing it for computer vision to teams, which I know Emmanuel and Jamie, you've had some experience with, you don't do that, right? You don't. You just do you look at it mostly through the phone, the text messages, or do you just look at it only when you get on? Do you have to
both.
You do both. And how about you, Jamie? And Jake, how about you? Are you looking at notifications to your phone? How do you guys work with it?
When I'm not on my PC, if I'm not on my PC's off and someone's trying to call me, the call goes to my phone. Or if someone's trying to Discord me, text on my PC, I'm not on my PC, it just goes to my phone instead.
So you have notifications turned on.
Yeah.
And do you find it annoying sometimes? I'm just curious.
Yeah, when my friends spam me.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
Okay, this is the part. So, and then can you temporarily disable it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty easy feature on the app.
Yeah. So if you right click on, I can screen share to show.
Okay.
So if you were to, let's say I don't want to get notifications for infrastructure, I can mute the channel forever or for a given amount of time. So
okay, so it's called mute the channel.
Right. And so if I don't want to get notifications for infrastructure ever, I can just mute it forever. But I don't want that.
But you have to remember that you did that. Okay.
Right.
Okay. There's no button or there's no
You can
flag.
see that it's a bit grayed out. So crowd, people distance, those are muted.
I see. Okay. So
Right.
that's how it visually shows you that it's not turned on. Okay. That's good to have it as a reference, a visual reference. Good. So I think that what I'm kind of getting as an upshot for this to be useful, we would want to get our apps on the phones.
Ideally.
Yeah. And then you can choose which teams you want to mute and which you want to keep open, because I think by default they're all open.
Right.
And then, or you can turn them off. You want just a break. And let's try it out. That's what we're going to do. If it feels not working, then we can, transition to other things. But we're trying this in lieu of Slack, which is has some similar functionality. Good. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Thank you, Jake. And thank you very much, Jamie, for setting this up and doing this video with me.
No problem.
Okay. I'm going to pause.